Alright guys, we've arrived here, and as you can see, we got two circuits running off of this breaker right here, which it's never been allowed ever in our jurisdiction. There's only very certain circumstances that you can double tap off of breaker in our area, so that's going to have to be repaired. First we got to take the cover of the panel off, and once we get the cover off, the other thing I'm noticing is this is a square DQ Homeline panel, and it looks like they have Eaton breakers in here. What do they have in here? Let's look here. Pretty sure these are Eatons. Yeah, they look like Eatons. No, they are Homeline. They're just older style without the spot glass window. So the other thing is this is a 20 amp circuit they got going to a 15 amp breaker. Now that's fine because it's derated, but you know, this is, you got a 20 amp circuit on a 15 amp breaker, and now you've double pulled it. You know, you got the heater, this is a heater, and you have a lighting system now double pulled off of a breaker. So we are gonna remove our black THHN, our 12 gauge black THHN, and we're gonna, our Romex 14 gauge, we're gonna re-secure. And this breaker is 36 Newton pounds of force for torqued, and it will have to be torqued. All right, let's set our torque wrench. So we need 30 pounds of force. This is hard doing. It's hard recording and trying to do this at the same time. So we're at 24. We need 36 is the magic number. I will double check that on the side of the breaker, but that's what I remember from the other square D breakers. 12 gauge is 36. Oh, 36 pounds of torque. Or 36 pounds of foot, or 30 foot-pounds of torque. Alright, now we got to do our square D. Nice thing about the square D breaker is it does say, alright, so for 14 gauge, they want 2.5, I can barely read that on there, 2.5 to 6 millimeters of torque. So 14 to 10 is 36. So let's fix this, make this nice and round. Probably should redo it, but I'm not going to. Doesn't look like it's like someone killed it with their strippers. There we go, 36 pounds of torque on there. I already removed the extra knockout on this side. Alright, the one thing I do when I turn on breakers is I look away, because you never know what arcs and sparks you're going to get. And let's put our panel back together, and then we're going to put a lock on here because we're going to work on the lighting system. So we're going to lock this panel out. Looks like the last jackass that worked on here lost the panel screw, so let's go grab one from the truck and, you know, make this box complete. I didn't have an extra panel screw.